What is good? What is poppin', everybody? My mother named me this, Big C.
And I am medium to large size Notion. What it do?
And welcome to episode 48 of Bad Habits of Podcast. We got Daniel in the building.
As always.
Did we agree on we didn't want to put you in the beginning, you said not yet, right?
Oh,
I was going to do the thing.
Honestly, whatever you...
Okay, I was like, I should have asked you for
it depends. If you want to use my government, you can. If you want to use my other government, Baby Dan,
Baby D?
It's up to you.
Okay.
This is acceptable.
I'm gonna switch it up for the next one.
Okay.
Because I wasn't sure. I thought you said last time, like, oh no, keep it the same.
We keep it the same, but honestly, I don't care.
Okay.
Easy.
All right. We'll make sure.
Craig
is in the building. Always. Hey. What a fucking champion.
Hey.
Bloody legend.
CV.
You're dropping astrological knowledge on me during the week, which was pretty fire.
It's the smart cookie, that one.
He compared it. I forgot what he compared it to, but it was just so well said. I never heard of it said like that. It was something. Fuck. I'm gonna ruin it. Maybe Craig, can you just tell him what you're talking about the astrological thing, because it was money. But yo, this week this is a fucked up thing we have to talk about, I guess. Like last week, we talked about DMX was on life support. There was fluctuating reports of him getting off that and breathing by himself, which ended up being false. I think that was kind of midweek. And then on Friday, April 9th, unfortunately, he passed away from the complications that came with a heart attack. I think he might have had I don't know if they said he had a stroke or something as well, but there was definitely the heart attack stuff. So pretty fucking devastating for hip-hop, for the world, to have a human of that stature be taken away.
Yeah, it's an icon, dude.
Yeah, man. He's only 50, and kind of actually, because we were rap dudes from the beginning, and Sean's in the building, was good, my man.
What up, Sean?
I always think of DMX as like the culture's rap. Like we were listening to all this shit in '98. Like we bought the albums and were bumping. I was 17, so it was a peak time. I never heard anything like it. It was aggressive but lyrical. There was street and
spiritual at the same time.
Spiritual,
super emotional as well.
Exactly. He was a dude who you scared shitless of, but he was like he would cry or whatever. Like he was like a real motherfucker, and then you kind of forget how much he transcended culture because he was acting. He had hits like big. I know he was like number one or whatever, but it still felt like back then hip hop wasn't as pervasive as it is now. So
that's true.
I just seemed
definitely helped bring it. He broke it through to the more markets, because was it 1999 he did the Woodstock concert in New York, and that was the crowd was like 200,000 people. Like you can't get 200,000 people of all genres, all kinds of walks of life to jump at the same time doing Rough Riders anthem. Like get fucked. So yeah, he definitely it's one of the most memorable dudes, because I saw the really emotional video that Swiss Beats put up talking about it, and that one fucking broke my heart, dude, because he just talked a little more about stuff that people didn't know about, like how is it would help the homeless and go to like street people and just hang out with them, and he's like, the only man I know with $30 million in his bank account, and go just chat with the homeless and like chop it up and spit some game, talk about how to uplift themselves, and he'd pray with them, read the Bible, all kinds of stuff. And like he's the only dude, this is another thing, like he's the only rapper that would make a whole stadium pray, and more than like religious figures and pastors and shit like that. He had a different kind of impact with the people. He was more of a humanitarian, even though he's a badass rapper. He was, as you said, very aggressive, and he had his pimp side too. That was more of his singles, but yeah, he's definitely a man of the people and a man of God and a spiritual dude. So it's just a huge loss in general, because he was on a good path and he was clean from all of his substances and stuff. So he was just getting better and better and better. So it was just a shame to have him cut so short.
Well said, bro. Well said. I couldn't agree more. Fucking
yeah, man. It's been because
DMX.
let me just grab my DMX.
Get that
to
water.
the Dogg.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I didn't see Swiss's stuff. I saw like a few little snippets of it, but I want to watch the whole thing to soak it up because that was somebody that was close to him and probably the closest thing to family and shit from the beginning. DMX is the reason Swiss has a career. Like he had more of an impact on hip hop music and hip hop culture, I think, than people realize. And it's like the on the kind of positive side, like playing off everything that you were just saying, the fact that one, we were blessed as a culture to have the verses like a month or two ago, or was it last year? Was that last year? I don't have any concept.
I think it was a couple months ago. Yeah, but
was it? Yeah,
I think it might have been earlier this year, if anything. It wasn't that long ago. That was fun.
I don't even know, but yes, it was super fun. Yeah, Sean's like Rough Riders Anthem is a banger.
That is the tune.
Swiss vid was beautiful. When was it?
July
yeah, man.
Last year?
Wait, yeah.
July 22nd. So it was ages ago.
No way.
Hmm.
That was that long ago. That's like when
time flies.
That was like when I first moved here. I thought it was like a few months ago.
Dude, it's like time doesn't have the same construct as it used to because of
not keeping track of it.
No, but we were blessed to do that, to see that as a culture and to actually, I don't know, be able to experience him in a positive
in real
way.
time.
Yeah, exactly. He had such a rough time. I know he had, he'd been in foster homes growing up. He'd been in and out of jail. He had some of the biggest success that any human could ever possibly have, and then back to jail and rehab and all of these crazy things. I was seeing someone someone who was on set with him. I forgot who it was, and they said they've never seen anybody. He used to have someone that he hired just to pour liquor for him. There was like someone who's full-time job just to pour liquor. So I think he lived fast and hard. And somebody said to me that, I can't remember who it was. I was just talking to a bunch of people over the weekend about it. Someone was like, yo, like if you think about it, you got 50 years, right? Probably 5 to 10 of those years are at the top of the world. Being, two number one albums in a year, big, movie star, touring the world, like you said, playing to 200,000 people, everyone knew him. And then a lot of the rest of his life wasn't great. So it was like, I wonder if, I think like a real philosophical question for people is, would you exchange 40 to 45 years of a lot of pain, not all the physical, but going in jail, being in jail and being in this terrible system and just having a rough upbringing and then dealing with addiction, which is terrible, and the prison system and all this stuff, and then being
issues with his son as well. He's disconnected from a lot of his family, and
it's pretty rough.
It was super sad to see him.
He had 17 kids, they said, which is pretty crazy.
That's insane.
I just saw a nice post like right before we went on from his daughter, his oldest daughter. She's 20, and just sort of saying, it was super nice to read that. And like it's kind of fucked up. Sorry, I was saying the positive.
Oh yeah, so I did say that actually. Yeah, that was.
You saw that one? So the positive, I took myself on a tangent, but the positive first was the verses, and second, I think he was on there last year, but I only listened to it maybe a month ago, was the episode on Drink Champs with Nori and EFN.
That was great. Yeah, I saw that. He just got
trash with him, and they were giving him his flowers, which is the whole purpose of that podcast, which is a beautiful thing. And he was talking about an album he's got done. He says he's got more features on this album than on anything else that he's ever done. And he was listing a bunch of the people, which is phenomenal. So there was a single that we're going to talk about today that was in the list of new music, and I don't know if that was a part of that album because it was kind of a rock thing. So I'm not sure.
Yes, it did seem a little displaced.
Yeah,
slapped together.
Agreed. Yeah, I felt like it sounded like he rapped to that beat or whatever, but it was.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll get to it, but I'm not sure if that's a part of this new album that they already had scheduled for that, because it came out the day he died, essentially. That song, right? So they couldn't have planned for that.
Was obviously scheduled already, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just kind of crazy, and it kind of made me sort of think back. And you and I both, we were talking over the weekend, listened to "It's Dark as Hell's Heart" and "Flesh of My Flesh," and I don't know, it was cool. It's some stuff I was like, I knew all the words to all the songs that I loved off those projects, and it was like, wow, like this shit. And I was like rapping along to it. I was like, wow, this is influence a lot of the way, like I like DMX. No one does tones like him as far as like
Yeah.
Like, you know, the harsh.
That's
thing
the poetry, spoken word element coming into the raps. Yeah.
And it's like, wow, like it's the coolest shit ever. Like
nobody does that. No one even really has been like a carbon copy of DMX. There's been a few people that kind of got the growl and adopted that aggressiveness, and you know, a couple of his ad libs even people like really imitate. But like, no one's ever come close to like. There's no other DMX. No one can even be built like him. So, that was the good thing because like you just, you know, that solidifies his whole stature in the game and hip hop history because there's no one like DMX. There will never be. It's like one of one, none before, none to come.
Amen.
Sick.
Well said. Yeah, man. It was super sad. But Dan, for you, so I mean, me and Nosh were teenagers when this shit came out. He sort of came out when you were the year you were born. Did he have any impact on you or were you guys? I know you were a literal child, so I don't expect you were making much decisions around the music you listened to. But
Dan was drinking breast milk to the Rough Riders anthem. Actually,
he was in there gestating.
Literally, exactly.
Did he? What are your thoughts on all of this?
Yeah, it's obviously sad that he's like literally a legend. Obviously, I didn't listen to DMX that much. I knew a lot of his bait songs, his obvious songs.
Right.
I knew a couple other tunes as well, but like I respect him a lot as an artist. I always knew he was like one of the greatest, but I wouldn't have always actively listened to him. But like it is still like a crazy sad death, and it's like he's like an icon who died. It's like a really, really big artist who died, which is crazy. So
it is always weird, eh?
Yeah, it's weird, very weird. Like this is huge how big he is. So yeah,
like you feel the love. Okay, so even for you who didn't necessarily, I mean, technically you could argue you grew up with him. We didn't grow up with him. We were teenagers. You were like literally born that year.
Yeah.
So you would have potentially been exposed to it.
Yeah.
In a formative ages type of thing potentially.
But given the fact I wouldn't have had a choice, like that's in terms of like being able to actually select and discover his music, I don't know enough of his discography to say that I would have listened to him all the time and everything. But I still know that he is still one of the greatest. If you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, I recognize it and respect it 100%.
I feel like so he's a.
I wish I listened to him. Yeah. I wish I listened to him.
I feel like he's definitely the type of stuff you would like. You tend to like 100%. A lot of the stuff that reminds me of these dudes that you listen to are probably influenced by him.
Yeah,
the drill cats.
Thinking about it, it's like people like Pop Smoke as well. You can see the.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The influence there, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It was kind of fucked up. It's interesting for me. It was my birthday on Saturday, and I guess we'll say I turned 40, and that was very big for me mentally to deal with, and just to come to terms with it because it's totally different being what we do or whatever. And it's a selfish ass thing. I'm grateful he did not die on my birthday because I feel like you're always like our dad passed away on my girlfriend's birthday, which is and our grandma passed away on our mother's birthday, so. It taints those days when there's something like that. And I know this is obviously not someone I knew, but it'd be some shit you have to see every birthday to be like, it's not optimal. But like, I don't know, when you sort of like have this sort of milestone and then someone like that so iconic passed away only 10 years older than me, you're like, fuck, like life is precious and it's kind of crazy. It is nice to see the, what do you call it, like the response from all across, kind of what you were saying like doesn't matter the
all communities, all walks of life.
That's really what it is.
All forms of entertainment, like sport, actors, like everyone was just like, oh fuck.
Everyone
was bigger than hip hop for sure.
Facts, exactly. It's bigger than hip hop, and that is, look, man. Like I think I saw Swiss say, like, "Yo, I'll make sure you live forever," and he'd already of course established that. But because this was sudden, it wasn't like he was sick or whatever. So I think it kind of like, shook a lot of people up and stuff. So, man, I guess that's all you could really want out of life. That's really what you look back on. You're like, what was my legacy? What did I contribute? What did I leave people with? And, he did a lot. He really did a lot. I'm sure he helped a lot of people through with his candor in his music and how honest he was about different stuff. Yeah, he was... Like listening back, you and I were just joking before, like using derogatory terms for homosexuals in a way that everybody did back then, but goddamn, it's disarming to hear it in music now. Like, whoa, look, dude.
Yeah, it really jumps to the speakers. It's like, dang, bro.
And it reminds you, like, damn, it was a different time. And that shit happened and probably for at least another 10 plus years. I was listening to something else the other day and they were saying it too, and I forgot what it was, but it was tripping me out. But, there's things like that. Obviously, he's a flawed individual. He had a lot of problems, but, that doesn't mean he wasn't a good human being. Everyone had. Do you know what was cool? DMX is like the hip hop Bill Murray.
Gotcha.
Everyone had a story. Do you understand what I mean?
By that? A good story, like he just popped up out of nowhere story.
Exactly. There was the videos of him dancing at that Albanian wedding randomly.
And I didn't see that.
Yeah, he was just, it looked like the Greek dancing where you put your arms on the shoulders and kick your legs and dance in the circle. It was sick. That. Imagine DMX just in a hoodie when everyone else is in suits and is loving it because he's sitting there just doing really getting into it, and there was a bunch of other things I saw and I felt like, yeah, that's it. There was a lot of
funny, man.
It was like,
have you seen him growing orchids? He loves growing orchids.
Yep. And what he
loves
said
it.
And what was the quote from that meme? There was a cool quote that he said or something.
They just need love. They need water and attention or something like that. They need love and attention, something like that.
And it's like, from a dude who was such a hard dude and he dropped gems like that.
Hard exterior.
Hard exterior, exactly. And then dropping gems like about love like that. It's just like...
He's a big softy, mate.
That's
he just wants to cuddle.
Yeah, he's just a bloke, loved the dog as well, and always rapping for him, and like I don't know, it's super sad. This is a real sad one, and a real big loss for hip hop.
Yeah, it's very similar to Nipsey in the way like I physically felt like heavy for like multiple days. Like it probably just came good this morning.
Yeah,
been really like because it's as you said makes you think about life and like we've lost some people and just kind of puts life into perspective again, and it's just like whew. But yeah, it definitely feels like a Nipsey loss is very, but obviously DMX has got decades on Nipsey as far as the musical legacy, but the impact is just as great.
It's felt. Amen.
Or greater.
Yeah. No, great comparison too. I definitely felt the same way. So, a couple quick comments. I just wanted to make sure we got this out up front and
for sure.
Rap for him all episode. Sean is saying I remember getting Ja Rule and DMX voices mixed up when Ja Rule came in the game.
That's a good point.
Is pretty fair. They came out about the same time, and they were.
That's probably the biggest comparison.
Yeah,
because Ja Rule definitely on some tracks you couldn't even tell the difference because I think Ja Rule was trying to sound like DMX a little bit, get more of the growl out.
Do you guys remember? I mean, Dan, remember there was supposed to be a super group called the Commission, I believe, with DMX, Ja Rule, and Jay-Z. And they were on the cover of the Source, if I'm also not mistaken.
I was going to say I remember reading that in a magazine. Yeah, I guess it was the Source.
Yeah, and it never happened. I forgot why, but that would have been pretty crazy. Because at the time, Ja Rule, like I discovered Ja Rule in like 95, 96 from this group called Cash Money Click. He was like under like Mike Geronimo's label, and he was just the guy with the cool voice, this little short dude with the big puffy jacket, rapping in the video. I'm like, wow, this guy's fucking great. And seeing him sort of grow and come through around the same time and all of these dudes, like I don't think Ja got as big as DMX until a couple of years later. I think he started doing popular stuff because his first album slapped.
With Ashanti, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that Vinny Vici, I still steal that from you and listen all the time. That was fire. Yeah.
Like Holla and all that stuff. Like, see cuts on there.
A lot of good bops on there.
So it was, fucked up time. So rest in peace, DMX. We'll keep coming back to it, I'm sure, throughout the episode. Quick comment from Craig. Back to the beginning, I was asking him what he said to me about astrology. And he said, it's a magnetic signature of plants expressed as binary codes to program your personal OS, aka horoscope and birth chart, like a computer or USB key. Like bars. Okay?
Wow.
He said, that's why it's real. I've never heard anyone, because people always shit on horoscopes and stuff. I can't remember why we were talking about it. But, like, I just never heard it expressed like that. I was like, yo. Oh, because the last episode we were talking about, like, Geminis. We were all making fun of different... Because...
oh, that's true, yeah.
Nikki asked us the question about the different star signs. What would you be or whatever.
Signs.
We were just making fun of Geminis and Scorpios, and shit like that. And we love Scorpios. It's okay. Anyway, that was what it was. Very funny. So, with that said, are we going to news it up?
Let's news it up, mate.
Let's news it up, innit? All right, we need a news little sound thing.
We need the BBC one.
Did like a radar
Yeah.
or sonar noise.
I'm down. We should definitely. I know we talked about it last time. We gotta definitely do it. But so, where do you want to start? Well, I guess we'll get the sad stuff out of the way. My friend Kenton was telling me, we were talking to my friend back home in Melbourne, and he was telling me about Black Rob being in hospital. I was like, what are you talking about? And then I looked it up.
Yeah, I saw that on,
So he's
on
in
Instagram.
hospital. On Instagram, yes. And he's basically now homeless, apparently. He's had 4 strokes. He's released from hospital, but this is a dude who had like a massive hit. And, this shows you sort of how, I think people were trying to say, like, maybe how, Puff kind of fucked over artists. You can do that.
Fucked a couple of artists, yeah.
And he said he's had trouble with mental health and housing, which is kind of bad. He looked terrible. He was mashed. He looked like he was like the video I saw. He was coming out of a morphine thing, like he'd just been on painkillers and stuff. So
he was drowsy, yeah.
Super drowsy. He said, I've been dealing with this for 5 years. 4 strokes. I don't know what to tell you, man. Shit is crazy. Shit is hard. I don't got no house to live in except probably an apartment. Me and my man be trying to get together. I'm telling you, man, this shit is strange. It's hard. This is a quote for the video. It's hard, I don't know what the people want to do, what the people are going to say. I need some rest, man. Really, man, I need some rest. My side is killing me. I don't want to talk about it no more. So somebody set up a GoFundMe for Black. Isn't that fucked up? Like a dude who had
that's insane.
Platinum hits, and he's made $17K out of $50K, who was aiming for to help him out. Which is which got number 2 on the chart. So the dude, it's just crazy, that's even like a thing that you wouldn't. I don't know. I'm sure he made Puff a lot of money. Couldn't someone you don't expect rich people to always help everyone out, or they won't be rich no more. But
that's true.
I don't know.
Wouldn't Puff drop him something to sort him out? Like fucking hell.
That's what I'm saying, man. Or
He's got a couple chips. It's sad, man. Because remember at the Duck Down 20th anniversary, we were in New York. We went to the show, and Black Rob was there, and he walked through the crowd. He walked right in front of me. I'm like, yo! And he's wearing one of those at the airports during that time. There was these woolen hats, and they were like, it's like a beanie, but it has those tassels that are like pigtails on the side, and they were animals. I literally bought a kangaroo one and wore it as a fucking Halloween costume, and it was a kangaroo. And Black Rob had a monkey one. Yes. It was like a grey monkey head with the fucking red mouth, like that, that anime monkey character, whatever the fuck it is. So Black Rob, gangster as fuck, walking through he's short as shit. I'm obviously a little taller than the normal cunt, but he mobs through like a gangster, and he's got the fucking most little kitty ass hat on. It was fucking hilarious. And I was like, you're a legend, man. I gave him daps and just let him go. Were you standing with me then?
I don't recall.
It was like,
I remember.
I don't know. We were kind of floating around, but yeah, that was hilarious. I stopped him for a daps and he kept walking. So that was a fun little story because I didn't realize how short he was because it was like maybe 10, 15 minutes after he did well on this stage. So yeah. Anyway, he was wearing a funny monkey hat.
It was pretty funny. That was dope.
Bless his cotton socks.
That was a great show. Le Poisson Rouge in Manhattan.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I remember the venue. That was really cool. That was during CMJ in 2010, back when that show.
2010ers.
Yeah, so hopefully he sorts his situation out, man, because that's
I hope so.
Pretty fucked up, yeah. I had that. I had what else was this here? Okay, I mean this is like something not even to really go on about too much, but the Justin Timberlake, Janet Jackson thing at the Super Bowl where he ripped the cup off her thing, her dress. The stylist who did it he claims that JT pushed for the wardrobe malfunction at the 2004 Super Bowl in an attempt to overshadow his ex-girlfriend Britney Spears kissing Madonna and Christina Aguilera at the MTV VMAs. The stylist said JT insisted on doing something bigger than their performance. He wanted a reveal. This stylist said, whose name is Wayne Scott Lucas, said that the original idea for the show involved a pearl G-string, saying Janet was supposed to be in a Roka dress and Justin was going to step on the back of it to reveal her butt in this pearl G-string. He added that the outfit changed a couple days before, and then you saw the magic. The stylist denied JT's claims that there was a wardrobe malfunction, adding, "I wouldn't call it a wardrobe malfunction in a million years. It was the most functioning wardrobe in history. As a stylist, it did what it was intended to do." So he said he decided to speak out after JT apologized to Janet and Brittany earlier this year. Yeah, he said they made their peace a long time ago, but he wanted to just explain it. So
that was my only question. Why now? But that's you answered. Thank you. That was that's funny.
It's pretty funny, huh?
That's seriously funny. I guess he was, he's just getting. That's pretty. I mean, hilarious. Low key petty as fuck.
Super petty.
That's
You know what?
Yeah.
I guess that makes. I totally. I mean, it wasn't malfunction because the thing had clips. What the fuck?
Yeah,
why was anyone believing it? It had like buttons, didn't it? Like little press on.
Yeah, like a fucking maternity bra. Like just slip the nip down. Fucking catch cum.
And she was wearing what are the things called? Pasties. So like, you don't just walk around wearing them.
It wasn't a pasty. It was like a fucking star with diamonds on it and shit, dude. It was
that's called a pasty.
Well, it was an exotic one. I thought you meant like just okay. It was
just
like
a thing over
the richest one you can get.
Yeah, obviously he's Janet Jackson, right?
I want diamonds on me nips.
Mate, go for it. Bruce Morris in the building. Bruce, you're a champion. He says, sad news about DMX. Man, it's terrible. See, Bruce is a generation above us, and he knows it. So that just shows the impact, because Bruce probably would have been in his 30s at the time, or maybe late 20s or something. So, it impacted every generation. I think that's fantastic. Sorry if I accidentally aged you there, Bruce.
I was going to say, you put man's on blast right there. Jeez.
I just tried to show that he was like the next generation above me. I'm sorry. And he said JT always got away with shit since he was part of a boy band and considered angelic. It's true. Funnily enough, last night, Tiff always walks around the house and she'll randomly just sing a song all the time. Just pops into her head. And then usually what I try and do, and you did this the other day, if she's singing it and you just put it on, you did it. She sang something, you just put it on. So I did that all the time. So I was like, oh, nice one. And she started singing "Girlfriend" by NSYNC.
Oh wow!
Huh?
The remix?
Yeah, Respect to Dan. Tiff saying Respect to Dan. The remix with Nelly, and then we put on
the only version you should listen to.
The only version, and then we put on "Gone" after that, because that was the time. I don't know if you remember, Nosh, but I remember buying the "Girlfriend" single, because at the time I was big on I was huge on Nelly early. No one fucked with Nelly, and every club
I love country girls.
You and me did, but I remember that people didn't. I was always begging DJs at clubs to play it. I was like, please play country. They never played. They always wait to the end of the night because it wasn't big. So I was big on Nelly, and I bought the "Girlfriend" CD single, and I made sure I never listened to it around anybody, so no one would think I was soft, listen to boy bands and shit. But like JT was so fire, and I hadn't seen the video or heard the song in a long time, and I was like, this slaps, bro.
You've got goosebumps in it.
And then "Gone" was even better, and that's when you could tell that they were positioning him. They shaved off the curls. He had the shaved head. They all
went all slickers, went all corporate.
No. They were preparing him for being cool, not corporate. The opposite, not being the nice curly-haired little boy like white boy. They shaved.
Just cleaning him up. Yeah, just cleaning him up like corporate.
Not clean. No, thugging him out. They were trying to make him less presentable to little girls and more R&B bad boy type of thing by shaving his head.
Right.
So it was removing what made him, like Brewster said, angelic, and turning him into this sort of harder dude that could appeal to the R&B urban, I hate that word, but crowd, which is pretty funny. Bruce says, I think we should hear Tiff's thing. I think she would be awesome. Oh, she sings all the time, Bruce. I'll record next time and send you a little message.
Get live performance.
She's like, no, you can't.
I'll sample it and make a beat out of it.
There you go. I've been trying to get Tiff to
just some guest vocals. I'll make a house track out of it and I'll pitch it up and disguise it.
Bam. Let's do it. I was just trying to get her to just drop a 16 one time, just real quick. I didn't think she's like...
I bet you Tiff's got bars. I bet you.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't even need to write them for her. I feel like she'd...
Seriously.
I feel like she'd come through with bars. That's it. Everyone wants a Tiff verse.
Everyone wants just a quick 16,
Just a quick 16. Maybe give me 8.
Man.
Come on.
Have a couple gins, get it done. No stress.
Saying. Sean saying NSYNC was a great boy band. I'll proudly listen to them. You know what? I will now.
There you go.
But you got to think about, right?
Back in the day.
What year? Can you check what year? Dude, 100%. NSYNC Girlfriend. I just want to know what year it was.
Wasn't that like 99, 98, 99? Or
2000.
Maybe 2000?
2001.
2001. Fuck, I was in grade 12. Or finished school.
Were you in school then? Okay. I was in university.
Yeah, that was the last year, yeah.
So, if even back then, boy bands were so uncool for people our age, like in the late teens, early 20s. Like it was for little girls.
Trash.
Boy bands were for little girls, straight up and down, right? Like now it's not quite that. I feel like there's less judgment. But boy bands just weren't cool. So it was like, not that I don't know, like you listen to it at home and enjoy it and in the whip by myself or whatever. But I used to do that. I used to be bothering that. Well, there was this Christina Aguilera song on her Spanish album that I loved because I learned Spanish for a while, and I used to listen to that all the time. And
Christina goes.
Cranking it, and then as soon as I pull up to the lights, I turn it down and put the window.
Just turn it down. Oh my god!
And put the window up.
Wow.
I'm not joking. I was like mad embarrassed.
Just in the Salika?
Just in the Salika,
and oh my god, can't.
I was fucking. I was keeping my rep clean.
That is stealthy.
It's pretty funny, huh?
Oh man, so you didn't do ozone, you didn't do chap laps, did you? Can't.
Not bumping any of those things.
Not bumping that. No, you're chucking some like Ice Cube, like
some a little more befitting of my image that I was trying to maintain. You know what I'm saying? The 2-pack.
Yeah. Honestly, I swear to God.
Yeah, Tiff saying the gin would help, and Bruce wants to know what gin is he going to buy her. Everyone wants that Tiff first.
Everyone wants
okay, so that was that.
Crazy 16.
Crazy. What else do we have?
Bananas.
Sean is saying the hate on boy bands back then was unreal. The Backstreet Boys got it bad. Pause. Yeah, the people who really were banging with them. So I had something else. Oh yeah. This one I was thought would be interesting for you to know. So I'm not sure if you saw this, but you know Raheem DeVaughn, the singer.
I do. Yes,
him
sir.
And Apollo Brown. You know how Apollo Brown produces everyone's
flipping albums.
Yeah, exactly. They're doing a collab album called Lovesick, which is dropping June 4th on Mellow Music Group, which is pretty cool.
Bam! Yeah, I saw that after I listened to When a Man, that single.
Yes, which we'll talk to that. Pretty dope, eh?
We shall.
I like that. I'm very happy to hear because I
I'm
think
excited.
It's the first one Apollo Brown has done with a singer, and Raheem is dope. I've been like rocking with his shit for years. He is fantastic.
Long time, yeah.
And I know he's kind of like a Jaheim type of character, where he's a little more like he's smooth as fuck, but a little more like thug, kind of like D'Angelo was too. Like
yeah.
So like I was like, oh, it's perfect because Apollo could smooth it out, but also keep it a little raw.
Keep it a little gangster and.
Raheem will come with the
vintage.
On those. Yeah, exactly. So I'm super excited for that. Like that.
Doesn't Raheem DeVaughn like write shit like The Dream? Doesn't he write for people?
Would not be surprised. That's a great question.
I'm pretty sure because like I don't know he's writing. He did a lot of songs with Ghostface and shit, and like did all those street sort of thug marriage songs where it's got the smooth R&B but talking gangster or slick, and the raps match. Something like that, yeah. Anyway,
obviously cool features on that album too because Mello's roster's crazy. Odyssey,
oh my
it's
God.
like Odyssey feature. Apollo knows everyone. He did that. Like one of my favorite ones he did was the album with Rascas.
Fucking
incredible. So
I know that's your favorite.
Yeah, definitely a favorite of mine. He had some joints on that. Fuck man, shouts to him.
Creds.
He did a bunch of joints, so I'm like super excited for that. That's all the news that I specifically had. Did y'all motherfuckers have any... Oh, I did have another... Do you guys have any news? And then Tiff actually gave me a suggestion of something that we could chat about, which is what you're looking at right now. Was there anything else that either of you gorgeous gentlemen wanted to chat about?
Yeah, I got a screenshot from Flo, just posted on Instagram. I guess it doesn't matter. Cardinal Fichel's named Senior Vice President A&R for Universal Music Canada.
Hey, congrats. Good for him.
So that's amazing. He's the right man for the job. It's a really good power position because he's definitely about the people, and he just wants to put on the right people. So he's a great man to be in that position. So yeah,
love it.
It says he inked a joint venture deal with mega producer Harmony Samuels. So,
okay.
Mate, Cardi's a fucking mad cunt. So that's good news. Nas and A$AP Rocky are in a Netflix show called Monster.
Okay.
Which is premiering on May 7th. It says Queensbridge bred. It says they're just co-starring. That's it. It doesn't say anything about the actual film.
Sure. Oh, it's a film. It's a flim.
Yeah, on Netty there, mate. Other than that, we fucking got a song
called Monster, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I was writing. Every time people give me recommendations for TV shows, I started writing them down now, so we can actually not forget. Because then people tell you and you just forget shit. I don't want to forget.
Other news. I uploaded 13 brand new beats to notionbeats.com and my Notion Beats folder. So if you like a 1-2 rap beat, get the shots licking and the sounds blaring.
Where are they at? Where can people find them?
Notionbeats.com.
Notionbeats.com.
And there's a folder on the right called Notion Beats. And you click on that, mate, and choose right there. There's 150 beats in there to fucking listen, and the bottom ones are the new ones. Anyway, just want to chuck that in.
No, we should totally
in the middle of the show instead of the end.
And that was for anyone who's an artist, whether you're a rapper, singer, whatever. You got a whole bunch of different vibes that can suit sort of anybody's style. So basically,
we got soulful boom bap hip hop. We got some dark aggressive shit. We got some soulful trap stuff. We got some more spacey sort of regular trap stuff. I have some dance holy beats. I got some soul stuff with more hip hop drums. So we got a few genres covered, and I do custom requests and people send me samples to flip as well. So we can do it, mate. Notionbeats.com. Get it in ya.
Go fucking check that. And also Ill Note Studios for mixing and mastering. Like, you've been doing this podcast since the rip. You've been doing our other podcast for 6 years. Like, you're a podcasting beast right now. You've just got a whole new bunch of plugins that make it sound even better. So if anyone has
from the last couple of years, just leveling up every single. Sorry. Every time there's a good sale, I just reinvest and every time I get a new job, I'll buy something new, and just every single time I do a project, I've got something new to make things better, and I've just learned the process way more. So everything's sounding A1 from the jump.
Love it.
Sick.
So hit No Shop. All the links are in the description already. Love it. Bruce is saying, love Cardi. A&R is a tough gig. Yeah, man. I just
for real.
I was even talking to my friend about it today. Like, just being in the music industry is like such a whole thing. Like, I just like doing it our way and sort of working in it, just being involved in all that. Like, I know so many people, it's like stressed them out and pushed them to their limit. It's such a crazy industry.
Doesn't make it fun anymore.
No, that's why I like just doing it on our own terms and just trying to build an organic following and, get a publicist and use ads to increase the reach and get some playlist placements and stuff. And we're going to talk about our new single this week, actually, very shortly. Bruce also asked, what are your thoughts about Twitch? That's a real interesting question because I feel like it comes up all the time. People had mentioned it. Dan, you're into it, so you brought some shit telling us about it. Kind of convincing Nosh not too long ago. Nosh, you went and set yours up because you have a friend who's chatted with us here before, and she's doing great on Twitch. And I was talking to my friend here in Montreal, who's a fellow craft beer podcaster in French, and he has a friend who's doing well on Twitch, and he was thinking of doing it. I'm like, the only thing about Twitch, I like YouTube. The good thing about this, it's like, we already have nearly 1,000 subscribers here on TMF. We've got every video from almost every live show we've ever done. I made sure wherever we could film it, I always usually got a friend to film it, put it up here. We've got all of our music videos here, like, the podcast now, like all these different things. It just makes more sense to me for all of this to be in one place. For that, but if we went and say streamed on Twitch, I would have to get an additional software. This software does do Twitch, but it doesn't do Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So I have to get another software called Restream to put it onto Twitch. My only concern is like, would we be ignoring the community there? Like, how much work would it take to build the real community? Because I know your brother is killing the game on Twitch, but he spends 4 or 5 hours a day streaming,
probably more. Yeah.
And we can't do that for this is a
I got friends that, like, my friend Emma does it for like 8 hours a day when she streams. It's like I don't have that much time. Even when I'm like, what I was going to do was like maybe make a beat or more so mix a song. Mixing more than mastering, because mastering is way quicker than mixing. Mixing can take hours and hours and hours. Right. So I was just going to do mixing sessions because that's what like Ali, like Kendrick, like TDE mixes his stuff on Twitch and then throws it on YouTube later. That was the only real good thing about it. But otherwise, like, I don't know, it just seems a bit of a pain in the ass. But like, you have to do it for so long. I can't sit there for 3 hours and mix the same fucking song. That's just boring as shit. 3 hours is a long time. But yeah, gaming for 8 hours is a little different than mixing and stuff. So I don't know. It's impressive how some of the games can go for so long. They just marathon the fuck out of it.
Yeah, man. It's that's the only thing. I was just like, I'm not against it. I just don't know how it could work. Because even with BOS, 1 to 2 podcasts a week, do it there, you do this on there, but like, how much value is that? I'm not going to sit there and do other stuff that I don't even do. At least you've got a job like that you could do, and you could show people if you're editing photos or if you're editing, mixing, mastering, producing or something.
Yeah,
I don't have anything I can do with that, and I don't want to. I don't know. Like, it's an interesting thing. I'm open to see what happened.
It's definitely not for everyone, but when you get the right sort of thing for it, Twitch can be fucking excellent because then you really build the community. I found my mate's got 1,000 followers or just over now, and she got mad subscribers, and then she's getting money every month from them. Like, it's a real loyal bunch of people. So it's like when you get it built up, which it can take a year or less, sometimes longer. But once you get it built up, it's proper. So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what's the best thing for it, and also making the time for it is the hardest part. Yeah, man. Is also for keys.
So key, bro.
So much of keys.
So Bruce is saying I have been really getting into house music, and Defected Records has been doing a lot of live shows, and then they post to YouTube. I hear a lot of DJs use Twitch for that. I think it's perfect. Like, there's like all the things we do just aren't quite there. And we were looking the other day, and we found no craft beer on Twitch. Yeah. That's the other thing. So it's like, do you want to be a first mover and try and bring people to Twitch, which is more of a burden on me, but it'll probably pay off in the long term if it works? Or, you're just going to be sitting there talking to nobody, like, because no one exists, isn't really doing it. So I'm like, where's the...
My thoughts on that was you can still talk to no one and until it gets built up. If you export that video and chuck it onto your other platforms,
yes,
you can still use the content.
Well, the idea would be just to stream the podcast on there.
Right.
Because I don't know what else you could do. You could just do like a chat and... because a lot of the beer stuff are interviews and talking to people and stuff, which is what we do. And here it's a discussion, right? The discussions to me are what's interesting is the interplay between people, and that's what we do on the beer podcast, and that's what the 3 of us do here sometimes with a guest. So I'm like, it's just, I haven't really figured it out.
That's another thing. Like, if I'm going to be mixing on Twitch, I don't want to really be talking. I'm not going to talk, because like when I've watched the engineers or producers that are on Twitch, they're not talking. Their music is doing that, and then you're sitting there just watching it. So like,
and you can see engaging. What they do, right? Yeah,
you can see what they do. So like, if I've watched, excuse me, I've skimmed through the Ali ones that are on YouTube now. They go for literally 2 to 3 hours long, and there's only 2 of them so far. There's like a Gunn song and some other new Indian singer. She's fucking fire. I forget the name of this fucking song is. Anyway, they go for multiple hours, and I was just clicking through to see if he was using any new plugins that I don't have, or see if he's doing something cool, and just kind of sifting through it. But when I did get to a juicy bit, it was fucking proper. But it's such a such a soft build up. Yeah, exactly. Like, takes a while to get to a juicy bit, but
interesting.
Yeah, like I said, for our shit, not sure. Fully ready to pull the trigger on that, unless I do short and steady little
things.
I'm going to show you how to mix a fucking one little segment of a song and then quit.
Yeah, it could be that. I don't know if that's valuable. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
It's more of a YouTube thing anyway, which I already have set up.
That seems like a YouTube thing. But I'm sure you can get started on that, but you just have to get used to the fact you're speaking to people.
I'll figure it out one day.
Yeah, we'll keep talking about it. I like that people keep bringing it up because it keeps forcing the conversation, and then eventually we'll figure something out and try it and whatever. Sean is saying if you stream on Twitch, you can't stream on YouTube if you have, or maybe he means you can stream on YouTube if you become a Twitch partner. So maybe you have to originate the stream on Twitch, and then that doubles up to YouTube. But then I don't know how the comments and stuff work. I guess we have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Bruce is saying as well, I agree, your type of shows wouldn't work on Twitch as well as YouTube. Yeah. I just kind of like YouTube. It's, we've built it up. We use it for, the beer podcast and our agency stuff, and like, you know, we make money off the agency stuff because that one's doing well. But I don't know. I just feel like this is like it's a nice community. I like YouTube for this type of content. But
I agree.
Because YouTube is more concentrated and Twitch is more super long form. And I love long form too, but like you have to do it every fucking day. And man's ain't got the time. Quick pivot. Sean is saying, do you think Toronto should allow drinking in public parks? Because I know this is something that came up. Yeah.
Yes, they should.
Absolutely. It's been here in Montreal for God knows how long. And like, ain't nobody wild. We'll talk about this the other day.
Bring a packet of chips, bro.
No, they actually changed it here. To be honest, it used to be.
What is it?
Substantial food. So I think maybe meat.
Oh, you like
and stuff. Not like
charcuterie
a chicken
board,
dinner, but
little sandwiches.
Yeah, exactly. I think more that. So like, we were talking about the other day.
Truth.
We've been living here nearly 9 years, and I've never seen
never been
drama.
Stopped.
No, never been stopped for drinking in the park either. But
right.
also, I've never
no one's
seen
messing about.
Like, what's the concern? Like, who sits in the park at 3 p.m. and gets slaughtered and then gets in a fight or something?
1%, not even less than 1% of people. I've never seen it, but it's
because you drink
even in
slow,
Toronto.
You're not sitting here like like it's just not what people
at the beach. I've seen people like do that, but that's sometimes
that's a different vibe.
Woodbine Beach, sometimes.
Right. Well, I don't know. I just don't think it's a problem. I think you also have to trust people at some point. And like if we've had it here, just like the same thing. Like you can buy beer at a convenience store here. Like why can't you do it there? It's so ridiculous. You can do it all in the States. Like it's just like the nanny state thing where people are over the top with it is mad annoying. Both our provinces are fucking up really bad with. We had riots here last night. They were burning shit.
Yeah, I saw the video, man. What the fuck? People are burning shit. It's not a soccer game.
Dude, you're so right. It's not a soccer. I really feel like it's these like fake anarchist motherfuckers who pulled up during the Black Lives Matter stuff who weren't even a part of it, and they come just to fuck shit up. So like,
because they wanted to just like loot and be violent.
Exactly, and it's any excuse.
I hate cunts like that. They need to get a boxing. Those kids need to get a boxing bag or get a hug. Probably both.
Probably both. But
everyone needs a cuddle. But like boxing bags for those cunts. Yeah.
Yes, 100%. Like they just all these like people fucking shit up. Anyway, you guys are being like in and out of like the different lockdowns, and then even here they changed the curfew. They put it back to 9:30. Now they pushed it back to 8 p.m. and that's why
that's stupid. I guess why that's. But like, why would you put a curfew on fucking grown cunts, and why would you put it so early?
My understanding is that's what they did in Melbourne, right? So I was not against it the whole time because that's how it worked in Australia. They got rid of it in Australia because of their strict. But I guess it wasn't just the curfew. That you weren't allowed to go 5 kilometers from your home unless you had
from your postcode. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's
from your address.
Yeah, because I think postcode would be too broad.
Too broad. Yeah.
There was all these other things that you weren't. Only one person per household can go to the supermarket. Like you can't 2 of you go. All these different things, and they eradicated it, and they barely are vaccinated there. It's a whole.
And you know what we're doing here? We're shutting down certain aisles at the Dollarama just to make sure that like they're putting on fucking signs what's essential and what's not essential. Are you fucking like? Are you dumb, mate? Come on. I laughed so hard because there was 2 different videos I saw, like one from Blog to Yo, one from some other press fucking thing. And I just like was in bed just scrolling. I laughed within 30 seconds. It's 2 of the same things. Like, cunts are fucked. It's so dumb. Like, what?
They cover
the store's open. Just get it. Like, as if they're not going to sell it to you. They're fucking open. Like, they're going to sell it to you. Because like the 14-year-old at the cashier is going to go, and just beep, beep. Just fucking scan it.
Or go to a self-serve and just buy it.
Oh, at the supermarket. Yeah, I guess. Well, Dollaramas don't have self-serve.
Oh, yeah, they don't. My bad. I saw it
They
here.
don't have enough money for that, mate. They're no frills.
That's true. Super no frills. They had that here. I saw in the supermarket. Anyway, shit is crazy. Nobody's doing it properly.
Yes, anyway.
It's driving me nuts that they're not, like the governments are just not, like federally, not even just Ontario and Quebec. I'm sure it's a mess everywhere else. Just when the answer is, I don't want to talk about it. I feel like I talk about it every day, and every time I talk about it, I keep saying I don't want to talk about it. But it's like, it's so frustrating. How are you so fucking dumb when the answer is on a silver platter with 2 countries on the other side of the world? Yes, they have factors that, they're both pretty remote and they're islands, blah, blah, blah. But you can control the same shit. Like, you could be like, no, motherfucker, you can't come in. if you do, anybody coming from anywhere has to quarantine in this government. Anyway, there's ways. It's there, and I'm really tired of it because the way people are acting, it's not going. We're gonna be fucked forever. I don't have any faith at all that it's going to be okay.
Could be yonks. Yeah, dude. Like even when I go for a ride, like when I'm commuting to the forest to the trails, I go through certain like fairly communal bike paths, and there's just cunts everywhere. It's just like fuck,
right?
Like, and people stop by the river, and there's like 15 people all in a circle. It's just like, y'all one family, or is it just you don't care because they're all looking at this one little waterfall bit and just like fucking speeding through. I put my little face shield up and like hop into the forest, but it's like, man, I go past so many people, and if I go down to grab some beers, I'm like, fuck it, I'll have one at the beach. The other day, I was just approaching Woodbine Beach, and I just looked as soon as I got across the lakeshore, I looked to the left, and I was like, oh my God, I just did a U-turn and came straight back. There was so many people. I was like, fuck that shit. And that was not even, it was like a 12-degree spring day, fairly decent, mad sun. It wasn't even proper. And like, there was cunts everywhere. I was just like, okay. So those kind of areas are going to get targeted by those cops or, council people that give those citations tickets out. So yeah, I'm just going to go to the forest and have my beers, mate, and my spliffs, and just tuck into a tree.
Yeah, really just be by yourself.
It's going to be the best way to go.
It's our only move. Didn't you see on Friday or something? You went out and you said it was like a music festival in the park?
Like, I'd never seen so many
music
people.
festival.
No, honestly, it was. It really was. Like, you wouldn't be able to walk through the park without literally brushing shoulders with literally everyone and anyone. Like, it was crazy. Like, it was like a festival. Like, I was
like the park across the street.
Like the park across the street. Yeah. I was so surprised. It was mad.
Oh, I know. I've seen that on a busy summer day. That's fucked.
On the mountainside too.
Not so much.
Not as much.
I was
That's
quite
the popular
surprised,
spot,
but
yeah.
like, yeah, that was
flat.
Yeah.
Lena, our friend, we were hanging out with our friend on my birthday, and Lena said that she was out the same day. It was like Osheaga, which is the big music festival here.
Wow.
So like, I just like. Anyway,
crazy.
I don't want to get into it because I'm gonna get pissed. So
yeah, cunts are fucked. All right.
The other question that Tiff said, which is what you've been looking up. Tiff suggested she saw it somewhere, and she was talking about top 10 discographies of solo rappers specifically, and she said, would DMX be in any of your top 10 discographies? So this would be like not like say The Roots because it's a band. If you want to say Black Thought, like he doesn't really have many solo projects type of thing, so that wouldn't count. So solo artists, primarily rappers is the point. Who's like, would DMX be in your top 10 discographies of all time? Because I thought it was such an interesting.
That's a good question.
Because you think about just
that angle,
the rapper, not the discographies. Because even
the
if
whole
you look
line, yeah,
every great has shit out. Nobody has a perfect run. Nobody. I would argue.
Does that include features, or is that just like that straight there releases?
Straight there releases. So like, cool. You look at Jay, Reasonable Doubt, Volume 1, 2, 3, In My Lifetime, Blueprint, Black Album, blah blah blah, right? Like all of that.
Yeah.
Tiff is like, Dan, future.
You mentioned
Wow.
You mentioned future.
So like,
don't put words in the young boy's mouth, Tiffany. Come on, mate.
I was actually looking at the artists with the most number ones.
Okay.
And top 5 is Jay-Z with 14, Eminem with 10, Kanye West and Drake with 9 each, and Future with 7.
That's so funny. You named most of the people that I was going to say.
So,
yeah.
Including Future, right?
No, he had Haiti one.
No. That was the only one I always, I'll probably replace Future with DMX, and all those people would be in my top 10.
Bieber on the other
and then add on a couple others.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of that, thank you. I was going to jump in earlier, but there wasn't a relevant space. Instead of fucking running Bieber's Christmas album at Christmas, we're going to do DMX's Christmas album at Christmas next time, okay?
Yes, we will.
Have you heard that shit, Dan?
I've heard some of it. I haven't heard all of it.
In his gruff little fucking... Oh, my God. It's... Bro, there's like some clip of him. I don't think it's an actual legit Christmas album, but he's like singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, it's so funny. I swear there's got to be a couple other songs out there, but we're going to replace Biebs with DMX. And
why
we're gonna.
Why don't we spice Biebs up with DMX as opposed to replacing him? Why don't we play Biebs first? And then
I'll do a remix of both of them,
or just play Biebs and then go back and then play Biebs again. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I'll probably do like a DJ mashup or something like that, or like maybe we can just do without the Biebs. Can we do that? That'll be a Christmas present to me.
Fine. Biebs and B1, maybe.
Wow, so you guys are really just out to get me, aren't you? Hey, both of you blokes, you're out to just.
No, we actually both just love those two artists, so it's like.
Yeah, we just like them.
Sorry, no. So Tiff is saying hers, at least her top 5. She'd have Jake,
that's
Jay-Z,
a good one.
Kendrick, J. Cole. Why is this? Kanye and Tupac. I would like such a tough
Cole,
question.
that's a good one too.
I would say
I'd chuck him in my top 10 too.
I would chuck him in there as well. Kanye, not a question. Puck, for
of course,
sure.
he was in the list before.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like because even in my top 10, I would add Scarface for sure.
Oh, that's true.
Do you know what's interesting? Royce is in my top 5, but I don't think he has a top 10 discography at all.
No, his discography's he's
patchy.
Yeah, unfortunately, his albums patchy is exactly what I was going to say. So yeah, it's just like the production earlier on was kind of just shit, and then he started making his own beats and getting Mr. Porter to co-produce, and then we're at the allegory kind of stages and like things like that are just stupid fuck. And even the Prime stuff, like he was co-producing stuff with Primo, and there's also helping. But yeah,
so it's almost like the second half.
Royce doesn't have the.
No.
Yes, the second stretch of it of his career, but it's not worthy of a top 10 spot.
Probably top 20, maybe.
Of course.
If you include Prime and stuff, that's a good point.
Because that's still,
Tiff also added Eminem here, which I think is probably a fair one.
That's probably fair.
I think I would add M.
Didn't Dan say
M? Yeah, he said he's in that top 5.
was in the top 5, like factually, of number 1 albums.
The one that was tough for me was either Black Thought or Fonte, because Fonte was primarily were from Foreign Exchange and Little Brother, and even though Fonte's dropped like 2 solo albums,
what about Snoop? Sorry to jump in there.
Is a perfect one. Yes. No, you didn't. No, that's perfect. Great quote. Great.
Yeah,
quote.
I chuck Snoop in there. I think I've almost got 10 now.
You could argue Dre too, because Dre was rapping.
Right? Oh wow, yeah, that's right. Because it is his Oh fuck.
I feel like I said Dre, and then Tiff's like Drake as well. And you know what? I think that's fair. I think that's fair too.
Yeah, Drake could get a spot.
And I mean, like that's pretty. So I wouldn't put basically
pretty unfair not to chuck him in.
I wouldn't. Exactly right. It's exceptional. I wouldn't put DMX in mine personally. I enjoyed.
He's definitely top 20.
Yeah, the first 2 albums were so dope. The rest of
them
were patchy for me. Party Up ruined everything. People
of course,
Party Up, which then ruined everything for me personally. So I don't know if I appreciated.
It's like California Love and etc. for Tupac and blah blah blah.
We still need 3 more. Okay.
Lil Wayne.
Oh my god! Of course.
Wheezy F.
Of course. I thought you were about to say some bullshit.
No.
I thought you were just trying to fuck with us.
No.
Yo, Wayne is not even a question. Wayne, my god. Now another person that I put out there. Now you said that will remind me. 2 people, but the problem is these people have both been in groups too much. Pusha T and Cameron.
Oh yeah.
The dip, like Cameron's solo albums were fire. The Diplomat stuff was like out
next
of control.
level.
But then also with Push, he was mostly in clips, but all of his solo stuff, like if you look at Pusha T's solo thing, I would put him in my top 10 because Push is in my top 10 rappers, and his solo discography is fucking.
That's a good point. He'd be in my top 20 for sure, dude. I don't know if he'd get a 10 spot, but like if I'm missing one, I don't know. We'll have a look. I have to run back the tape.
Because
Dan
had
I've forgotten.
Like a huge list. You got Rick Ross. Got
Rick Ross. Probably not for me, but that's a really good one.
He's got good albums.
Oh,
amazing production.
Yeah.
Nas.
Yeah, Nas is a given. I don't know if we even mentioned Nas. Did we mention Nas?
I don't know if you mentioned Nas.
I don't think we mentioned Nas.
Tips like Jay Kendrick.
It's kind of like a given.
Yeah, that's what I kind of thought. M, Drake.
J, Nas, M, Kendrick, Kanye. Yeah.
Hang away. If I go and count them, Jay, Nas, Kendrick, Cole, Kanye, Tupac, Eminem, that's 7. Drake, 8. Wayne, 9. There's only one more. And then we suggested, like, I would probably add Pusha personally, unless you say something.
Movement Fam. Cee and Notion. Yeah, those cunts. Pretty sweet. Give me some horns. Horns.
Quick. Of course, obviously, not even a question. Just fucking day. I'm saying we got flawless run.
On my fucking promo game today, cunts. What do you know about?
You're doing great. You're doing really good, bro. Well done. Cube is a really interesting one. I like that. Cube's got some fire.
I had another one in my head, but I've just completely forgotten.
DJ Quick. Nah, it's just he's just a good boy.
No.
Yeah?
No, that's a fantastic
His albums are kind of like shaping the West Coast.
Safe and they fucking did. Safe and Sound from '95 was one of my favorite albums of all time. Dude,
that was one of my number one things to bump in the car. I loved smashing that fucking classic. That album was top tier.
TMF.
50 Cent.
50 was an interesting one. Not really for me, but I can see that for
him. He can make a top 20. I'll chuck him in the box, in the pile.
You could probably say Curtis. 50 would be an arguable for top 20.
Biggie.
Now, Biggie
for sure.
Biggie's got, like, he'd be top 20 for those 3 albums, one of them posthumous. Which
like is, the back end of the 20.
Yeah. You got to add him in there because Ready to Die was so
no offense, I mean, fuck.
No. He didn't have enough. He didn't have enough of a run. You couldn't say it about like Pun or Big L because
neither of them really had enough of a run. What about Redman? Would you chuck him in there?
Personally, no, or even Meth.
But is he notable? Is he got good enough albums? Do you have the juice to get in there? For some people, that's a good one. I wouldn't put him in there myself. I just thought about it because I'm smoking weed and Redman.
My answer would be yes. He would be in there for a lot of people because I think if you're a fan, like I had Muddy Waters.
What about the Wu-Tang solo albums? What about Ghost and Meth and Rake?
I was thinking Ray, but I feel like
Rake
he didn't have enough.
He only had a couple.
Yeah, he only had a couple.
Maybe 3.
But I wouldn't really put anything.
Ghostface more than Rake one.
Easily. I think Ghostface more than Rake one for sure.
Yeah.
Sean's like, what about Tom Green? He's a rapper?
Lol.
Is he?
The comedian? He's rapped before.
Oh, okay. Then.
He is being a top tier cheeky cunt, that Shauno.
Oh, mate, what a fucking cheeky rabbit. What about
Stormzy? Cheeky rabbit.
Or Stormzy in there. No,
Stormzy goes up.
I honestly think...
Excuse me.
I honestly think Future should be in there. But honestly, wholeheartedly, I think he should be in there. Okay.
Almost spat my finger on the microphone. I would have been pissed.
Wholeheartedly, like... His discography is insane.
Made Brad choke.
It's so good. His self-titled one, DS2, Hendrix, The Wizard.
We're talking about like rappers though, like with people with skill in that. Like, hang on.
Yeah, Future. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Future. I know who you're talking about. Legit. I actually hundreds. I'd put him in there. His discography is so good. It's so good. At least
he does have a lot of hits and shit. Unfortunately,
minimum 8 out of 10. Minimum. Alright. About 6. Alright. You guys, you need to.
I love it.
I listened to Dirty Sprite 2. Honestly, Dirty Sprite 2 has one of the sickest
Dirty Sprite?
covers.
Is that the name of an album? That's
Dirty
amazing.
Sprite 2, DS2 they call it. It's the
it's sick. You can see his eyes in the fucking
the little swirl of smoke thing.
Yeah, you can see his eyes in it.
Dope.
I was like,
fucking awesome. Honestly, that's when I first listened to it, and then the music, I was like, what the fuck is this garbage? I couldn't believe it. I hated it so much. Maybe now I wouldn't mind, but
we'd love it now.
Yeah, all right, that was fun. Oh, Busta Rhymes is another one.
Yeah,
Busta.
Oh, I see it. That is fucking fire artwork. I do remember this shit.
Not even just the Future. Future's.
Sorry, the DS2 joint.
Yeah.
Anyway, funny.
Anyway, that was a good cover.
You're a good vibe.
You want to do the lyrical breakdown?
Oh.
Or you want to do that?
Let's do that.
I mean, shit. I have to bring my lyrics up here.
Yeah, I have them in a note. So basically, Notion suggested. Because we just dropped a song, since he's talking about promo this week, Notion been on his game, let me try and catch up here. We're going to talk about it. Actually, you don't even have to talk about the new music. Let's talk about it now. We dropped a new song called Kings of Rock. Notion
Kings of Rock.
Featuring a legendary mad dog out of LA named Gravity Christ, which is a pretty cool name. We've worked with him a bunch in the past. And
he was
also
on my EP.
He was on your EP on a song called I Ain't Concerned. It was the 3 of us again.
Slap.
I think we've both done individual songs with him for a project that never got released, and then this song we did for an EP that you and me were going to do. That were
like a rock EP that we aimed at. We had a few beats, I think, and then this one was the standout, and this was a song that we just had finished and we're like, you know what?
Let's put
Fuck it.
Because I usually put it. This has been the 9th year in a row I've put something out for my birthday. There's always been a single, an album, a video, a show, a mixtape, or a collaboration video. I've done
something fun for the kids.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good. I love it.
So this was perfect for that. So basically, it's a few years old, but it still hit real hard. You remastered it, so it really slaps. And so maybe we should just do we could run through our own verses.
Through our respective verses, yeah.
Do we want to do Gravity's verse, or should we just do...
No, just 2 hours. I guess it'll be a little quicker.
Yeah.
I don't have his lyrics here. I guess I can go into Genius, right?
No, I haven't put it on Genius. I have them in a note.
If you go on Apple Music, the lyrics are there.
Oh, because I actually put it...
Yeah,
I put that in the back end. Oh, that's what it's for. There you go.
Well, we can, for sure. Because you'd say it's only 16, I guess, but I just don't have the lyrics.
I can do it quick. I can read them out quick.
Flip and do it.
Oh, yeah, Clarence. Shouts to Clarence in the building. What a champion. Make sure, guys,
check out Clarence?
Breakdown to Lockdown. Fantastic. Lockdown. It's in my fucking head. Breakdown to Lowdown podcast. We did a collab last week or the week before. Super cool. Great podcast. Super interesting. Go check it out.
That was a lot of fun.
And he said DS2 is a trap classic. There you go. See, he's here for that.
There you go. All right.
Belongs in a museum.
So
museum.
Right? Let me put in the chat, if anyone wants to hear the song, I have a link in the chat, and it's basically a link where you can pick where you want to listen to it. So you can actually, you click on the link and it takes you to a thing you can choose, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, fucking SoundCloud, Audio Mac, wherever you want to check the song. It's everywhere that pretty much people listen to music. So you can actually hear it, but I can do Gravity's verse since I have it here.
Do it.
And then I'll stop if there's anything to explain. There's not that much to... So this dude, you got to picture it, because I'm going to say it, and I'm talking in an Australian accent and somewhat high-ish pitched voice. This guy's got a real deep LA...
Gruff, raspy, sharp, fucking... It's a big voice.
Yeah, it's got a really, so it's like when you picture it, you got to picture it's super deep. It's really cool. So basically, there's no real major theme. He just said, I'm the king of rock in his last song. I was like, all right, that's a cool name for the song. Plus, there's electric guitars in the beat,
sped up,
and then we always use that as the theme. So it's not really thematic. It's just bars over this real.
We mentioned rock stuff.
We went to rock stuff.
Real tough.
That's really as far as it went.
That's it.
So he was like, "Yo, I know." He's like, "I know a million ways to kill a motherfucker with words. I'm the remedy, the energy, the adjectives, and verbs. I'm the gamer. Do you know what? I think only one of us.
A gamer with charisma. You compete my Twitch. I don't know. I'm going off my top of my head. I don't have lyrics.
Okay, because we keep delaying, so we can't do it.
Okay, I'll shut up then. I'll shut up. Go for it.
Shoot a rapper first person, leave his ass in a ditch. That's a cool line. I like that. I think I typed these out because I wasn't in communication with him for the longest time. I talked to him again now, but I wanted to write the lyrics out, so I just transcribed them, so I might have some wrong. So we'll see. Like a pasta when I pass the it doesn't work. Like a pasta when I pass the basket, run bills. It's only a baptism if you was born with gills. Rapping with these Aussies, drinking beer and selfies. So he knew the beer account, and he knew when I do the beer thing, hence the beer and selfies and stuff. They hit my cell phone. They know I roam when I'm stealthy. A backpack, some weed, and a little coffee ristretto. A Cuban Missile Crisis and trading coke in the ghetto. I love that line. I'm living like I'm promised another planet and pain. You swear to God, I'm a crip the way I'm killing the game. See the bottom of your feet when I'm blasting plasma. Like the Hulk, it's your fault if I black and tag your Titan. Smash on your tent and take a piss on your fire. I'm the king of rock and I don't get tired. So that was what...
Boom.
Gravity's really, really dope. He's I really...
There was a big video game theme in there at the start too, because and also superhero themes and stuff like that,
Yeah, he's he really brought that kind of vibe in to the track, which was super cool. I really like how we set it off and kind of set the stage for all of us. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Dan just went hook jump.
Look at that. Oh,
Look Look at that.
Oh,
You what a man.
Look at this. Look at this efficiency. Look at this guy.
Fucking Daniel. You know, so basically it's Gravity, then me, then Nosh. Do you want to do your verse first? It's because I just did Gravity's, and you come back, I'll do mine last.
Well, we totally can. All right.
Otherwise, I'll talk for too long.
Yeah. So I just come in. Your guitar's wailing. Should I do it? What are we doing?
No, don't say it more. And then just explain. Yeah, talk it and then explain it as anything. Yeah.
Your guitar's wailing and you're saying we don't rock this. We Van Halen, Aussie blood, got no options. Obviously, there's samples in the fucking guitars and the samples, and men's is rocking. Glad you stopped in. Yes, bitch, we top 10. Like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? We locked in because they're like, is that your final answer? Lock it in, Eddie. Remember that shit? Funny as fuck. Or whoever's the host in your respective country, lock it in. Insert cunt's name. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? We locked in. Cutting cunts off as I tighten my circle. I'm using that fire wire so the slice will burn you. I served you. Yo, I'm airborne like the bird flu. I'm putting hit on merc dudes. I'm putting in work, Duke. So, cutting off cunts, like he's gone through some drums with some friends, telling the cunts. This is a dated song, by the way, and dated bars, if people don't know. But anyway, that's just a little secret. So I was just referencing some shit from a while ago. And then I'm putting in work, Duke. And that's just me. I'm minding my BI, buzzing like a beehive, mending my 3 eye, as in me fucking mind, mate.
Third eye.
Mind's eye, mate. Made me third eye, like not me bum hole, me mind's eye, eh? Yeah. Gee, why do all these clowns keep harassing me, young, unclassy G's? I'm done with the baggage, please. It's also a callback to the tightening the circle line because the cunts were just not dealing with the tings. Gotcha. Yeah, so we finished slapback society, spilling my drink all over the curb, ignoring sobriety. That's funny. Exploring the wiring of how we were made. Whoa. Times has changed even more so now. We slaves engaged, as in like, don't be a shit cunt. Do something. Slap back society. And
the fun fact that the original beat was just called Slapback, hence that line.
Yes.
We didn't have a name for this song for the longest time. We just knew that. Then I was like, even the bounce that you said,
what are we going to call it?
Slapback. We're like, oh fuck, I guess we need a name for this shit.
Just before we're ready, exactly. So you made that decision at the end. Works well. Boom.
Yeah, man. Sean is saying you guys should try to get your music onto YouTube Music as well. Just an option for people who don't use other platforms. I'm almost certain it does. Our distro is AWOL for this, and which goes through Sony. So
should be on
I'd be very surprised if it's not. I've seen it there before, since I don't put it up there, so it doesn't.
Check it.
Yes, okay. My verse. So
spit your bars, mate.
Let's go. Yeah, throw me a Fender and I shred this shit. Rocking since a young and only stop and when a pencil hit. I got my first guitar when I was 9, and I was obsessed with always wanted to do music, always wanted to do like rock stuff. And then when I discovered hip hop, I put the guitar away because it wasn't cool anymore. I mean, I re-got some after the fact. I went back to it like 2 or 3 times over the years. So that was what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know, put me on a fucking track and they object to shit. I do them how Israelis did Gaza. Boy, you're dead to kids. People always get mad about Israeli lines, but fuck them. This ain't for radio to play it, though. The haters finna hate, but it's what the tastemakers are aching for. These little fuckboys trend following best holler at the team who running that next power shit test, stopping them. That was probably about, like, at the time, I was so anti, like, trap and shit. This was when we were just coming out of it, so I was like,
oh yeah.
Like, I think I must have just seen friends like who were doing like whatever boom bap and then get on the trap train, and I think that pissed me off. I guess that's really what that's about.
Yeah, because some people were doing it shockingly bad. It's like it's not a good fit, mate.
And they were just trying to do it to be
just because they were doing it.
Because that's what people are all listening to, even if that's not you. I think you have to find a way. But they were going like too far to the
too far to the other side. Yeah.
Like we do stuff over trap beats, but it's like. It's
still us. It's still kind of like true to our original kind of sound and vibe.
Thank you.
It's just maybe this the only thing, like we kind of rap over the same kind of like samples and background sort of whatever, but just with some more trapped up drums, but not full like I'm selling drugs trap. More like borrowing the rhythms of the trap sequences and then making them more organic / vintage to fit the boom bap sort of landscape we usually rap on.
Perfectly.
Does that help?
That's okay. Couldn't have said it better. On top of that, I just add the lyrical content that we do is obviously the same. That doesn't change regardless of the
Exactly.
style.
That's the other thing. Like if you start changing I got bags in the back, or something about like something in the trunk, or you got that, then you gotta fall back a little sec.
Yeah, that's something we made sure we never did. Where am I? Okay, I'm drinking India Pale in the Canadian winter, a meat pie and pavlova Australian dinner. That was a pair of bars that I stole. I took.
Love that.
The verse that I did for Gravity over another song for his project that he
didn't get used.
So I was like, I like that the most.
Good save. It's just disgusting.
Like, I never do that. Kanye do that shit all the time, but I thought I'd just take that one out. We rolling with it.
Well, the thing with Kanye, he definitely puts everything all out, so you get confused with what's in what. How the fuck does he remember what he borrowed and stitched together? Because like, imagine if you're like on stage and you go to your muscle memory, and all of a sudden you spit the bootleg that's unreleased from back in the day with the wrong lyrics. Piss you off.
It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. So I don't normally do it. It also seems just lazy too. But anyway, I was being lazy.
True.
We rolling with an OG from Los Angeles. Wild cunts with stages and beats that would cause damage. Yeah. We fucking rock kings with a rap habit. Champagne taste with a crack budget and acid manners. We excellent / Hammond and Hetfield. Morello de la Rocha, motherfucker, pay respect. Still.
100%. 100%.
I was just shouting out a few, Axl Rose and Slash from Guns N' Roses,
rock
Kurt
legends,
and James Hetfield from Metallica, and Tom Morello and Zach De La Rocha from fucking
Rage Against the Machine.
So yeah, nice little track. I like this one, man. Like we only released it, to be honest, because our DJ Mike, who did the cuts, he's like, oh man, we never put that out. It's for that project. Like, can we put that out? And he asked us for 2 years, and we just kept.
Yeah, asked us a couple of times over that 2 years or whatever. And we're like, yeah, we're gonna do it, and then we just forgot. And then we wanted to. We totally, we just didn't get around to it. And then he's like, oh, can we
put it out seriously?
Revisit it, yeah.
And then we listened to it. I think you would have heard it, and then we're like, it's good enough to put out because, we're not in the habit of putting out old stuff.
Yeah, exactly. We don't usually let things sit on the shelf for that long. I'm seeing this comment. I don't enjoy it. What's going on here, Shauno?
I can see Notion doing some country rap in the future. Notion's the new Lil Nas X. Notion's going to be lap dancing on Satan. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
I'll blow a fat spliff with a cunt. I don't know about giving me a lap dance.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know about lappies.
I'll put the link for the song anyway in the description, and it's in the comments here as well. In case anyone wants to check it out. Any love?
Yeah, give it a spin, mate.
Yeah, I'm proud of it. I asked Gravity about a video. He said
he was
filming some stuff, but it was super disconnected. It wasn't like a fluid conversation. I think he just went and did stuff without even talking to us. So if we do, it'll be like a slap together video for the.
We can do some artsy phone shit, do some slow mo, chuck a filter on it.
King Rich will make it fire.
Of course, King Richo always does, mate.
Shouts to Dicko. So with that, I didn't get a question for. What do you reckon? Do you guys have a question?
I have a question.
Then what do you reckon?
Let me have a gaze. I probably got a little something.
Wait.
I also probably don't. Hey,
what do you reckon?
How's it going? I mean, what do you reckon?
Wow.
Sorry.
He's Italian.
It's like some Mario hybrid of some sort of fuckery. I don't know what I was doing. Sorry about that. I won't ever do it again.
It's okay.
I do forgive you, Daniel. Question it up.
My question is very out of the blue, random. What is the most useless thing you have seen in a movie? In a very serious movie where it's life or death. What's the most useless thing you've ever seen in it?
Can you give me an example?
I'll give you an example. My one is in Harry Potter, one of the spells can instantly kill you. I think it's I forgot which one. I think it's Avada Kedavra. It can instantly kill you.
Yeah.
But I think that just voids the whole movie because surely you just go behind someone and instantly kill them. And
then don't you go to jail? It's the same thing. You still go to Wizard Court.
Yeah, but if you're an evil villain, who cares about jail? They don't care about jail.
Because they just keep killing.
Because they'll just keep killing.
Surely,
it's Expelliarmus or something.
Unless it's Expelliarmus. It might be Expelliarmus.
Bangs with Harry Potter.
Oh, Bangs with Harry Potter.
Oh, it's so good.
But that to me, just when I think about the movie and the franchise, I think it's sick. But then I think, why didn't fucking... I forgot who the fucking villain was. Who's Voldemort. Sorry, yeah. Why didn't he just go behind...
V-Dog.
Why didn't he just sneak into, behind the students that he wanted to kill and just say...
Slowly
like, surely that just like he just fucked himself. Like he just made it so much harder. He made the whole
He
thing.
just drew it out for like 12 books.
All he had to do was literally sneak behind Harry Potter and say,
fucking...
like, oh, hi, Expelliarmus. Like,
that's true. Like, man's is dead.
He's dead. Like,
here we go. Boom, 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 bam, bam. It's over.
That's an example. That's mine.
Okay.
Something very useless, and it's like you're thinking, surely the movie could have just been like 10 seconds. And, like, you just completely void the whole movie now.
That's a good one. Do you have anything, Nosh?
Honestly, no. I'm scanning, and to no avail yet.
I'm sure there's been...
I might even Google it and see what comes up.
I'm trying to think of some of like the faves that were kind of dumb or unnecessary. Like, or I guess it would be like almost technology or like, I don't know if there was some sort of machine or something that was like ridiculous. Like,
the movie Armageddon. That's the number one thing that comes up.
Why would they have?
It's mad long-winded. I don't see what sort of can find it. It's funnier.
In the meantime, would you see him?
Emo Peter Parker in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Remember he went evil, but apparently being... Oh, okay, so in Spider-Man 3, he
got like
evil,
mascara or something.
But like, yeah, then for some reason, because he's evil, he has like
Bieber hair.
Bieber hair and all black, and like only wears all black. It's like, just because they're evil doesn't mean you have to wear like just like an emo. It's just the most pointless thing. It's just really weird. It's just it's so weird. It's like you can say the entire fucking... I keep forgetting shit. No, Wonder Woman 2. The entire thing.
Oh yeah, Wonder Woman.
The entire
so
fucking
bad.
thing. The fight scene against Cheetah in that movie, because it had no relevance to the whole movie.
Oh, they just fought for no reason.
They just fought for no reason. Like the villain in that show, in that movie, is like in the comics, is like a big character. So they just made her seem like some any person. It's really weird. Actually,
interesting.
It's the weirdest movie ever.
Yeah, that was... I don't know how that shit got greenlit.
It was so weird, man.
Sean is saying any scene in a horror film where the person is screaming instead of running away.
Yes, that is genius.
That shit is always dumb.
That is genius.
But I guess it doesn't... It's not... They're annoying more than pointless, though, because that screaming is part of the fun, I guess, how you get them murked all the time.
True.
Otherwise, maybe it'd be a lot more work for these villains to kill people and shit, and you can't have half the movie just chasing people constantly to the point of never murking anybody. You need to murk a man.
True. Somebody on Reddit says that
cunts need to get murked.
When character A is driving while talking to character B and keeps looking away from the road for too long.
That shit is like actually annoying.
It's just dumb. He's literally just like...
Yeah, because he's like...
Yeah.
It's just like 30 seconds straight.
Yeah, I'm driving 100 kilometers. Like, yeah. It's just so stupid.
Fucking idiots. I can't think of any off my head, off top.
Exploding cars upon any impact.
Yeah, the exploding cars are ridiculous.
That is so dumb.
Yeah, I hate that shit. Because obviously it doesn't happen. How many accidents have you seen? I ain't never seen no exploding car.
Yeah, I've never seen an exploding car. It's so dumb.
It's ridiculous.
It's not designed to do that.
No, otherwise it would actually be really fucking dangerous if you just had to have
an
accident.
I mean, shit.
Explodes all the time. Fuck out, yeah.
You'd be a lot more careful of a driver, though, wouldn't you? You'd be like, oh, it's like you're driving a fucking... You know when you like the Navy and shit back in the day, they got those mines underwater with, the spikes and the ball and shit. Yeah. Like you're driving one of those. That's what you're driving one of those. If you bump into some cunts, boom.
Oh,
so you'd be way better at driving.
I like that. Or just put like a bumper.
Or you wouldn't drive at all, mate. You'd just be like, yeah, no. And then a road becomes like way more dangerous than regular. So you wouldn't even walk across the road, would you? Because the cars hit you, you're dead. You're dead as fuck. You're not just like got a broken leg. You just like exploded into bits.
Like really dead.
It's a whole different, like Stack's dead, like Stack's dead. Yeah.
Stack's dead.
Got a couple more on here.
Couple more. Tell us.
High schoolers having 2-minute classes followed by half-hour breaks where they just go to their lockers. That doesn't happen. That really doesn't happen.
Half-hour breaks, they just go to their lockers.
They just go to their lockers and talk. And was like, do you not want to get like food or anything? Like, it's just so dumb.
They just talk for no, and then they do shit else.
All high schoolers being played by 30-years.
Yes,
like 90210.
Yeah.
90210 is full of old cunts, isn't it? supposed to be
Yeah, they're all
18-year-olds and they're
mad,
getting
bro.
played by 32-year-olds and shit like that. It's funny as fuck.
Yeah, man, it's super strange. I like that.
Shotgun blowing a guy backwards.
Yeah, I guess that
I
doesn't
guess
really
that's
happen.
pretty unrealistic. I guess.
Oh, and also Sean's adding to that when you can tell the person isn't actually driving. They probably just
Yes.
put them on like I
Or
saw.
they're on like
in-
a set and a floating car and shit.
Or that was the main thing I knew about, and then they just have the screen in the background with footage of going. But I saw for the Bieber video, they have
Oh, yeah.
they put
I've
the
seen that
car on
video
the
you
back
talk
of a
about. Go for
flatbed
it.
truck,
Yeah.
and they were
Yeah.
just driving with that, so it was actually real backgrounds, but they just above, they're on a truck, like a meter,
Right,
2
yeah.
meters up. It's brilliant. It's
Yeah.
actually genius.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah, I like that a lot. That's it.
That's it for my
That's
question.
it. I love it. Did you have a question, No? Should we move on to it's 125?
Did not. Yeah, let's just move on to the next one, mate.
Speaking, this episode's an episode of promo. These dudes here are called According to Hip Hop sent me this. It's basically a 2020 yearbook in rap. So
Oh, sick.
I just got it the other day. So basically, it's $25 on Amazon. They got photos, a bunch of write-ups about all the different people who sort of did a bunch of stuff, little interviews.
That's
it looks
cool.
like with some folks. Can you see it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Super cool. I haven't read it yet. That's my next thing to read. Talk about verses in here. Run the Jewels doing well. Yeah, all the verses ads and shit. I thought it's DMX in there. I love it. I imagine probably talk about the people who pass as well. But yeah, super cool, man. It's like pretty thick. Like
Yeah, it
half
looks
an inch
pretty
thick.
decent. Fairly stacked.
$25. They're not fucking around. It looks like it's been really well put together. I wasn't sure what the deal was, so I got this just the other day, so I wanted to shout them out. So it's at According to Hip Hop on Instagram. I can put a link in the description to grab this because he did send it to me. So cop it. Seemed like good dudes as well. So hip hop, real hip hop.
Even better, hip hop.
There's probably future in here for you, man.
I think he
Support the Mandems.
I can undoubtedly say he'll be in that.
Yeah,
100%.
Not even a question.
Not even a question.
Hundo.
100.
Music, rap songs this week.
Pretty good this week.
Pretty solid, yeah.
Very good.
Usual is top 10 or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck it is. Run through.
Top 10. Start off with Cee and Notion, Gravity Cry. Sorry.
Oof.
Keep It Rock. For those
Fire,
of you
fire,
out,
fire.
There's some, I'm assuming, new artists. They're pretty good. They go hard. They go hard.
No pause.
No, I like the instrumental. The instrumental's hard. And obviously you've got bars.
Thanks, fam.
Rappity rapping that.
Rapping.
You get me?
Rap.
I like all the little raps in it.
Little raps, you just need a future hook and then you'll be alright.
Yeah, that's a good point. Future hook.
I'll see if I can get really drunk. I'll get drunk so bad one time. I'll chuck on auto-tune to 100% and I'll take the normalize off and I'll just I'll get a future hook for you. I'll get slurry drunk and I'll be like, something in the fridge, little bitch. Woo. And then I'll just I'll figure it out for you, okay?
That's classic.
Yeah,
That's
I left
so
the cheese sandwich in the fridge, bitch. Like you can just mumble like some regular sentence like that, and it'll and then put some reverb and delay on it, saturation, boom, done like a ticka dinner.
Fuck yeah,
amazing.
Sorry, go Dan.
Next one I had was the Brockhampton LP.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I've never listened to
shit.
Brockhampton. Someone tried to put me on them a few years back because they knew I liked On Future and they said it's very similar. But yeah, I got that sort of vibe. It was nice, just proper chill music. They're pretty good, just cool rappers. I think they're kind of hard,
Okay.
Of course, but yeah, they're pretty sick.
Well hard.
Well hard them. Miguel, Art Dealer, Chic. 4, sorry. What was it?
Yes.
But yeah, it was sick. I thought the first song was a bit weird. It kind of like techno vibe. It was a bit odd, but then the rest of it was actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
I was listening to it. I was like, okay, I'm glad I didn't skip through it because it was actually pretty sick.
A little patchy, but yeah.
Yeah, I found the same with we listened to number 3. I think like last week or a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, one of the
same. It's just
Art Dealer Chic. Yeah, it's like
it's just
these throwaways or something.
yeah, that's what it seems like. But like it was decent in the end. To be fair. Polo G Rapstar. I'm quite a fan of Polo G, and he's pretty decent. Melodic rap, like
Melodic.
Like
I prefer that one actually.
Yeah, I think we should keep that one melodic. But like, yeah, he's I think he's just kind of cool. He's alright. Like he's nothing too special, but I think he has a good voice and he can do this auto-tune sort of trappy sort of thing, innit?
In it.
The Trippie Red thing was interesting. It was very different to what I would normally associate Trippie Red with. It's more him actually rapping than actually singing. So
yes,
it was interesting. The features were quite cool. It was like Chris King guy, I think, was rapping. It was kind of cool.
One guy sounded exactly like Jaden Smith.
It's probably Chris King.
Yeah,
I don't really know who he is.
At that very start, is that who was rapping first?
I think
that
Chris
was
King. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the best part of it. Yeah.
It was kind of cool. The Peter Rosenberg and Westside Gunn Stain. I thought that was hard. I think Westside Gunn is like sick, and I think that song is literally the epitome of what he's about. Like it was just hard rapping rap shit, weird Westside Gunn stuff, which is just works really well. Another one for me, the Snoop Dogg and Isley Brothers thing.
Yeah, it's
cool. Wavy, just like funky Snoop Dogg thing. As soon as the instrumental came out, I knew Snoop Dogg would be sick on this instrumental. I just knew that. I just already knew. But it was sick. What else? J Period, Black Thought, who else?
I lost it. Where is it? So many words here.
Yeah, there's so many.
All in your head, innit?
The Dave Chappelle, J Period, Black Thought.
Yeah.
All in your head.
Tiffany Goucher.
Tiffany Goucher. Wavy. I didn't even hear her on the song. I don't remember.
Same.
But it was sick, and just bars and that, and like it was amazing.
Yeah.
Same with the Conway team, the Blood Roses.
Yeah, that was
amazing.
Cool.
Like, that was sick. Conway. It's like they're all doing that thing that Benny's doing, where it's just like you rap with whoever reaches out to you, sort of thing. Just loads of random songs, but like I feel like Conway's doing it better than Benny. I feel like Benny's songs are recently kind of weak. I don't know. I don't know if I'm being too harsh. I'm just not really rating the songs. Nothing bad about his verses.
But the songs themselves haven't been fire. You're right. Like that's true.
Weird, yeah. Very weird. And I'll end it on. Is it L-Hay?
L.A.
L.A. Oh, okay, yeah. Sick. I listened to it and I was like, yo, what is
killer,
this?
right?
Like, it was fucking sick.
Yeah.
Like, it was so good.
Fuck yeah.
The tune with Rick Ross, it was amazing. Like, it was sick. Those are my top from this week. So,
good one.
There you go.
Nicely done, young Daniel.
Thanks, Baby D. Baby D coming
Baby
through.
D.
Notionbaby.com. What's poppin'?
All right, we'll have a fucking quick little skim here. The Benny, Harry Fraud, Rick Hyde, Survivor's Remorse. That was cool, dark but cool beat. Benny's Fire, Rick Hyde, it's pretty dope. I enjoyed that. The old Cee and Notion, Gravity Christ, Digital Junkie, Kings of Rock. That was fucking squad. Song of the week. Asterisk. The Doja Cat and Scissor song, which was fucking like hilarious. This is not just because I didn't think it was good or anything, but total K-pop, like going to Asia market sort of song video clip. It was just ridiculous. The bars on that were hilarious. Did you listen to that at all?
I listened to it, but I didn't pay attention to the.
Oh my god! It's like full raunchy sex bars, and the clean version must be full silence. Like there's so many. It's like listening to a fucking Lil Wayne clean version. Like it's just like, and it's so fucking funny. So that was just hilarious for me. Had to mention it. The Brockhampton Roadrunner that Dan mentioned, that was great. Lots of good features. ASAP Ferg was good. Danny Brown song was weird but fun and fit everything. The Miguel Art Dealer Chic 4, a couple bops in there for real. Patchy, like you said, Craig, C Feezy, that was pretty sweet. The Belly and Benny song was okay. Interesting video. I was just, I don't know. After the Belly and Nipsey song, I kind of like, Belly has to do better than that, otherwise I'm not satisfied. Trippie Red, Westside and Chris King, that was sick. Beat was silly good. That was pretty much it. The Chris King rap at the start was cool. The Sonder, Jorja Smith, Nobody But You, that was amazing. Smooth Chill, that was an amazing collab. That was great. The Jordan, is it Rakei?
Yeah, it wasn't Rakei.
Jordan Rakei, yeah. That was dope, mad slow. That's like some, chill with the lady R&B, total smash music. That was a good one though.
Yeah.
I like the Queen, is it Naija?
I think it's Naija.
Naija and Ari Lennox. That was a funky, sexy tune. That was fun.
Yeah.
Isley Brothers and Snoop, friends and family. That was good to see Uncle Ron up there again, and fitting getting the OG Snoopy D.O. Double G up in there. The Raheem, DeVaughn and Polo Brown, When a Man, that was dope and swaggy R&B joint. The Gentleman and Christopher Martin song People, that was dope. Great to hear Gentleman again. Like, he's around, he's doing songs. I follow him on Instagram, but this is like, you know, a bigger sort of release that he's done. He's just doing, you know, humanitarian things. He's just been a good fucking cunt.
Love it.
The J Period, Dave Chappelle, Black Thought, Tiffany Goucher, that was insane. Listened to that a couple of times in a row, actually. And the Conway song, like, as Dan said, like, funny collab, but like, that was fucking crazy. Conway's got some bars. Smashed that.
Killed it.
Smashed it. Yeah, I listened to that a couple of times, like, literally just ran it back. The Kirby, Boys to Man, that was great. I love Kirby. She's so fire. The Gotham and Talib and Diamond D song with Skies Who Wanted, I think.
Yes.
That was just like, it seemed so slapped together and so poorly mixed and shit. It's just like, oh man, like what's going on?
It might be that Gotham person's project and who's got features or something. Maybe?
Yeah, it sounded mad, just like slapped together. But it was like, that could have been so good, is why I brought it up. The Cupidon and Kelly Technis and Rick Wilson song Wake Up, that was dope. Like Cater Vibes, that was a great song. I enjoyed that. I can imagine cleaning my kitchen to that. Oh really?
Yeah, she's great.
I'll have to. Yeah, I just made a fucking sick Baby Cater song last night, like dance beat sort of thing.
Yo,
if you follow me at Notion Baby on Instagram, you can look at the story and you can actually fucking check it out and have a dance along with me. But I need to make more beats like that for her on the floor, because I got some bangers, buddy.
She'd be worth hitting up, bro. I'll talk to you about it later, but she's killing that. I love her right now. She's really doing some good stuff.
Yeah, so that was surprisingly fire. I will be listening to that again. And the LA album Aura 3, that was crazy. That's the love R&B shit. Dope as fuck. Cook to that, smash to that, smoke to that, have a good time to that. That's my extended list, sorry.
Cool.
All done.
You guys basically, I'll try and see if there's anything else I liked that you guys didn't really talk about. Obviously, the Cee and Notion, Gravity Christ, Digital Junkie, Kings of Rock, Son of the Week, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. What else was interesting? I really liked the Benny and Harry Fraud joint. Like, I really liked that video, too. It was just, like, it was super dope. An interesting one, Majid Jordan dropped a single called Waves of Blue, and it sounded like a straight Weekend copy. Like, they just straight copied Weekend.
Like, right for
awkward as fuck video, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it makes sense. Like, it makes sense.
Yeah, they write for a lot. Yeah, I didn't see the video, but they
mad weird.
You know, maybe
it's one of those visualizers, and it had like very minimal video of them in it, but it just seems so forced, and they're both not camera ready, and they're just doing it. Like the dude playing the keys and Majid just looked weird.
Right, it's a shame, but I guess we'll see. Yeah. I guess maybe some music coming. The two Belly songs were cool. I liked the If You Know, You Know. That one was pretty dope. It's probably better than the Benny one, but always Benny was killer. Canadian Justin Nozuka dropped an EP called Then, Now, and Again. I really liked that one. He had a song with Mahalia on there as well. Super fire. Yep. Sonder, Jorja Smith, killer. The Westside Gunn, Stain with, I don't know why he put Pete and Rosenberg on there, probably because it's about wrestling or something.
Must be.
Yeah, the Queen Naija Ari was great. Raheem, DeVaughn, and Polo Brown dropped their first single from the album Love Sick we talked about earlier, and it's called When a Man, which was fire, and I'm so excited for this album. I don't know why. Like, it's such a perfect pairing. I'm amped for it. The Gentleman Christopher Martin song that Nosh talked about, killer. J Period one with Chappelle and Black Thought, killer. The Conway Blood Roses, loved it. Mariah, wow. Maya Clarity. You like that? And Bodie
That's
Washington.
his new name now. I'm going to call him Mariah.
Mariah Clarity. Fuck, it's hilarious.
Mariah Clarity.
Dropped a single called Cee.
If he's being a diva. There you go. It makes sense.
Wow, I'm going to tell him. We can tell him tomorrow. We have a call tomorrow. No, we'll tell him.
Okay, we'll tell him.
And it features Danielle Knoll, who they've worked with before. Cool little track. Love it. They got an EP coming probably either this month or next month. So check out for that. We'll definitely have them on when they drop that. The Kirby song Nosh talk about, fire. London Grammar did a song called America. I love them so much. They're so dope. Like, they're my favorite kind of, I don't even know how to describe the music. It's weird, but it's awesome.
It's sweet.
The Cali Tightness joint, yeah, Wake Up, Get Down, fire. She's delivering lately. I really, really love her shit. LA obviously was fire. The DMX, Bootsy Collins, and Steve Howe song called X Moves. That was the one we mentioned earlier with like DMX over this weird rock funk thing with Bootsy Collins on it, and it was. You could probably almost think that someone just put it together, but he absolutely rapped to that beat, and it was quite fast. It was not like anything you'd expect from DMX, so I don't know more about. And I saw the cover, and it didn't look like amazing. I don't know if y'all noticed. It just didn't. I feel like it almost looked like one where it could have been slapped together. So
it definitely overall seemed like a slapped together job. It was a bit of a mismatch, but yeah. I mean, fuck. It's good to hear his voice because you can hear like he's,
Okay.
It sounds like it's recent.
Yeah, it sounds like it could have been part. It might be a part of the rollout for the new album that they could have been planning. I mean, obviously, maybe something's changed for now, but whatever. It was a bit strange. Another great one that y'all didn't mention was the Fouché and Lil Wayne. So Fouché's like a singer, and Wayne.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, I didn't write that down.
It was really cool. Like I really enjoyed it. I was really surprised. I didn't know what to expect, and Wayne was rapping over this like just guitar with no drums. Like
it was super chill, wasn't it?
Super chill, yeah, man. I was pretty impressed. He said her name or something because I know a lot of like shit cunts who have like just paid for verses or gotten hold of a verse are putting music out with big features recently. So I always like got my guard up about getting tricked. But
gotcha. So this is like a more of a genuine collab because he said the name. It's like when Sky Zoo gave me a shout out at the start. Do you know what I mean?
Notion, I got you. It's killer. Check that out. Hard on My Sleeve, available everywhere from Notion. The only verified Notion, not the DJ's Notion.
Oof.
They're verified.
Oh, yeah.
The only other song I thought was cool was Jacua and Jackie Revi or something.
Oh, yeah, that was okay. Yeah.
Called Marijuana in the Morning. I think it was. I like Jacua. I think he made it like more
he's
fire.
hard. He's ready, man. Just so good.
Well chill.
Last week we forgot to do the thumbnail, so we're gonna do that right now.
Let's flip and get it.
Already. Here we go in it.
You absolutely got it, mate.
There we go. All right. So that's basically it, y'all. That's episode 48. Mate.
In the bizag.
Any no, we just go straight to the outro, or do we do the final thought now, then the outro? Final thought. So final thought. Since we've covered all the bases this week.
Final thought.
Tell people you love them. After DMX passed, put in perspective. If you don't, well, the hug is debatable because of COVID. But,
fuck yeah, you can't.
If it was normal time, that's a perfect.
Give people their flowers. That's what you're saying.
Well, that, but also tell people but tell people you know you love them. Don't front.
On top
Just
of.
do it. Tell them all the time.
Don't front.
You know
what got you open. Anyway.
What else? What gems you got for the people then, boys?
Look after yourself more than you currently are. Like, stretch more, drink more water, cook for yourself more, eat more veggies. Like, I don't know, just like maybe stretch for like 10 minutes more than you normally do, which is probably 35 seconds. So just actually stretch more, because some days I'm like, yeah, I'll fucking stretch today. And then I'm like, nah, a minute and a half is not stretching, dude. Or I didn't get my roller out, I didn't do. So yeah, a bit more self-love, up to self-love, fucking 25%, 35%,
I like it.
It's very good.
Listen to more Future.
Listen to more Future, Heady One, Justin Bieber.
For one of them.
At least one of them this week. Probably.
They should all do a track. What happens if they all do a track? Would you guys like explode?
Yeah, I think I would
like,
actually.
Would you guys be donezo?
I'd combust.
I think I would too. Just
combust.
To happen. I feel like if any pairing of them. Oh no, Heady's
already done something with Future.
So that was.
And what if I produced it?
Oh
mate, that's glorious.
I want to be there because I want to help them all. I would get to be.
I'd even need a verse.
So you jump on.
Oh, you can do the ad libs through the whole track, fam.
Would you be an auto-tune rapper or would you rap normally?
Would you be a melodic rapper?
Or should I ask that? Oh no, it's for you now. I was gonna say it's a good what do you reckon question, but
that could be.
But that's just for you because obviously
that's true. That's true.
Really
I need to listen to myself first.
Okay.
I need to listen because I don't know. I used to be proper into grime, and like I would love to be like a grime rapper, but then like I don't know if I would like to hear myself rapping over grime. And I don't know how it sounds. Maybe auto-tune's good. I played around with Logic before and I figured out how to do auto-tune. I mean, my friends played around with it as a joke. It was quite funny.
Yeah,
so.
it is pretty funny because
It
works.
It just doesn't sound like you at all. So
it's very strange.
It's hilarious. So I don't know. I need to see how I sound first. Okay, I guess.
Sounds great.
So while you're figuring that out, you have to drop a jam on the Mando. Call your mum.
Call your mum, play Future, and
Wow.
get a dog up here. I don't know.
Round of applause. Yeah, take it up there.
Well, Get a Dog Up is a great one. And on that note, Notion, where
That's
can
a
everyone
great
find
one.
you online?
At Notion Baby on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. At Illinois Studios on Instagram and Facebook. IllinoisStudios.com. NotionBeats.com. Got some new beats up there. Any artists that want to get some elevated production, holla at your boy. What about you, young baby Dan?
Thank you, sir. I Dan Johnson on Instagram and Twitter. And
It's going to be changed to Baby D soon.
Sir, my government will
I'm
actually
sorry.
change to Baby D soon. It's okay. And hit me up on Twitch. HDFGXMING on Twitch. And that is me done. And you, sir.
You get me at CWEFOR on Instagram and Twitter. Check out the new single. Like we said, Kings of Rock available everywhere. Any support is blessed. Man's gonna be dropping a bunch of fire over the summer and such. So, guys, thank you so much for watching and listening. If you enjoyed the episode, smash the thumbs up. Hit subscribe below. Hit the notification bell, boys.
Ding!
So you know when the new drops. Follow us on social media at The Movement Fam everywhere. We will be back next Monday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Until then, rest in peace, DMX. Love yourself. We'll see y'all next week, yo. Oh, hang on a sec. What do? I press this. Peace.
Peace, y'all.
Yo,
Get your gun.
get the book, mate. Yeah.
Get your gun.
Get the book.
Whoa.
Get the book, mate.
Dog, drop your in, catch a gun. Buy a book, mate. Don't be a shit gun. Fucking here we go. Fucking catch a gun. Catch a gun. Catch a gun.